So, I'm sorry, go ahead and explain to me again, what's the advantage of the sling bullet?
So if you just pick up fucking like rocks off the ground and stick them in your sling, you're -1 to strike, and the damage is one size increment smaller. So at a D4 it would be...
So when you say a bullet, do you specifically mean stones that have been shaped to be thrown?
Something that is round, I suspect would be perfectly fine.
You mean like lead shot?
Let me look up the definition.
It says lead in the book, however, I'm guessing the minuses are mostly as a result. If it's small and heavy and round, I think you're good. It's gotta be round.
Yeah, you just can't use random.
Random rocks.
I think the rocks are like just weird
misshapen,
shapes. Yeah, misshapen.
Yeah. What you definitely need is lead shot.
What about like stones from a river or something?
Yeah, that might
been kind of like rounded over.
Might do in a pinch.
We had plenty of those in the last shard.
Yeah. I don't
All right, back down the tree.
Yeah, down the tree.
It's faster to go down, right?
Just jump.
It's a lot faster.
Yeah, just jump. Yeah, fine.
Does the clan have like a symbol or a logo or?
Yeah, they did have flags and banners. They've all been cannibalized to be clothes.
He means he needs a holy symbol.
Yeah,
for
I'm
his
realizing
clerical
that
focus.
Okay.
Or is the what's her name? Elon.
A lich in hot pants
Ilhanina.
hitting someone in the head with a shovel.
Does Ilhanina have any like iconography on her, like a necklace?
If you talk with her, she has some ideas, and her two ladies in waiting sketch something out for you. What they would like to do is build a mosaic of her face, right, and then behind it a banner of the four skies, right, because they believe in the four directions of the sky, right, and maybe that compass, right, that she
right. So
to.
how do I?
The holy symbol would be the compass for you to hold.
Yeah, if
you
you need to build a model of this compass, right, and you could make it into a mace if you wanted to, or you could build.
Would that even work?
He needs something that he can hold in his hand. It's a specific cleric thing.
Can it also
it would be a wooden cross?
Can it also be a weapon?
Build it into your weapon.
Yeah,
as long as you're holding the weapon.
Yeah, it's just something that you have to have in your hand.
I took 2 damage from it.
But you might want a smaller version on a necklace or something in case you're disarmed at some point.
What you need to do now is build something ramshackle, something slipshod you could just build right now so you can have.
Yeah,
right? And then in
that's
the
kind of
future,
realizing what I'm needing.
You can customize it. Okay, sure.
Is there like a smith or a woodworker?
There is a woodworker who he had to sell all his tools because reasons.
We have some nice knives.
Oh yeah. He can use knives, and he can spend the night, and he can carve you something that's workable, right?
I just need.
Okay, yeah. He gives you something that's actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
it looks
just
good.
need your My First Focus kit.
Yeah,
right?
your first focus.
Essentially.
There it is. Yes.
But you need to hang on to it for sentimental value.
The compass focus.
Yeah. So it's the next. Okay.
The cum focus.
You guys spent. I suppose.
Awful.
Why not?
It's better than Focus Plus.
You guys spent the next day out walking.
In the trench.
You had a guy whittling for you. Yeah, you're in the trench. Let me see.
I'm going to call it the cum focus.
What happens?
Me
Okay.
and Dave are up ahead.
And you're gonna scout. You already have scout. Okay. So you marked your pathways. As you go, you do find those Drapan tiles with their locals. They're compelled creatures.
Yeah.
Some of them have been digging into the side of the wormway.
Ooh.
Some of
Don't
them.
do that, it'll collapse.
We need explosives.
They've just been digging their way out and putting things up, and they have been living out whatever insane fantasy each one has. Right. So you see signs and businesses and
often in languages I have no idea what
exactly.
they are.
Yes, and they're so obscure and shoddy.
None resembling what they're supposed to be.
It is hard to tell. Yeah. So a couple of these are in your way.
Right.
And you've been able to scare them off before.
I think if the whole caravan... Alright, at that point, when there's something upcoming like that, I gotta go back and be like, hey, we need a militant force up front. Show force. We need a show force.
Yes.
Militia up front.
Exactly.
Guys with man-catchers ready to bring back our stragglers if they get worded.
Yeah, 25 points. That's a good way of dealing with this. You scare the dragons away as you move forward.
XP, yes.
Okay. You spend the whole day moving through the Wormway. You're several miles in now. You have mossed up your yaks. They're good.
We're gonna need water for
Did you want to take a side excursion to try to find one of those? You can find a team of sliths that are dowsing for a fat water worm, and you can follow them and maybe steal their gain.
Or, I'm more curious, what is their dowsing magical in nature, or do they just seem to be using a survival and a rod?
They have bones that have been hollowed out and carved, and they walk around, and it seems like they're following some sort of...
When they're wrangling the worm, I want to wait for an opportunity to nick their rod and cheese it.
And you want okay, so you want to try to find your own word.
Yeah, I don't want to fight these guys with the worm.
They move in teams of maybe 10. If you got your guys and a couple guards from the caravan, you could probably scare them off.
Alright, but I more specifically just want that rod so I can douse for my own.
You want to douse for your own worms. Okay.
Or can I just use survival to poke through the bone, see if I can find or have our craftsman make one?
Oh, make one that's just like that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're up here right now because you're scouting around.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you
Yeah.
can...
Easier to nick one. I'll just go for the stealth theft approach.
Yeah, you
while they're wrangling.
you sneak up behind them as they're busy wrangling the worm. You yoink the bone and wander off. And I rolled for several of them and no one noticed you.
Brilliant. All right, so they can have this one, but the future ones are mine.
Yeah, the next worms are yours.
Is that
Okay.
survival
How
to
big are these
douse?
water wheels?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and use survival on this.
Yeah, I'll wait till the caravan's closer for that. I want backup for worm wrangling.
Okay, interesting. All right, so John, you're going to spend, I'm going to say 45 minutes to an hour and a half. As you walk around the surface with this, avoiding any of those clouds, they move pretty slowly, but they do move. You do notice...
I want Dave here for backup.
You noticed when the Slith was walking, I'm giving you extra detail because you rolled high, right? The Slith was walking with it like this, right? And it was looking over the bone at the ground. And as you do that, what you start to notice, is that there are slight bends and hillocks, right?
Worm.
And you can
pushing the bone up with
and
their
using
fatness.
this dowsing rod in this a ways, you do
Really, any straight object would accomplish
would have done it,
this.
yes. But the slits, they have their own logic.
Okay.
So you wander around and you do find a little mound that is still moving a bit.
All right. How do we even get from trench to surface?
There are places in the wormway where there's like a little bit of a cave-in or a slide. That it takes a while, but you can climb up. And there's a couple places where the slide's more likely to happen over larger exposed bits of bone. And if you climb, you can make it. And if you fall into a soft pile of moss.
Yeah. All right. I just need a
Dave Stopper style hill, if you will.
a couple stout men, a stout this thing, and some ropes and whatnot for wrangling.
Anything to hold the water.
Oh, I was
worm.
going to try and bring the whole worm back.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
How big are the worms?
I would say about as... It's going to make
So I
a...
figure if we can keep the worm
joke
fed,
there.
then we can milk him.
It's probably fat enough to fit on the... he would fill a whole cart.
But
One whole cart.
do I suspect we can, if he's bound, can we just roll him?
Down into the wormway?
Yeah.
Probably
Just
can.
roll the fucker.
He might squirm off.
Well, if we tie his mandibles off, he won't be able to tunnel too easy. is
That's
my
smart.
suspicion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I want to
so
get a worm from
who's
milking.
who's going to wrangle this worm?
No.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Adrian's going.
I'm going with,
Going?
but I don't think I should be the one to wrestle the worm.
I'll go, but I'm keeping my distance.
Okay.
Can't be seen wrangling worms. Peasants.
All right. So
I'm scared.
you guys climb up. Someone has gone ahead of you and built a little bit of a stairwell in this particular way
Kick
up.
some bones out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Or just shove some to where they make stairs. Kind of. It's pretty ramshackle. But let me just check
If
for
the caravan
ones.
stops, they got to be on high alert till we get back.
Just checking for ones.
School calling, no doubt.
No, you're fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the caravan guards are on. How many are you taking with you?
I need some stout men. They don't have to be fighting men, just stout,
Okay, so
craftsmen,
six guys come
laborers.
with you.
Yeah.
All right, and you bring rope and you bring all your shit.
Yeah, I'll do the roping.
Okay.
That's my thing.
You go back to where that lump was. It's about 25 feet from where it was, but it hadn't gotten far since you saw it
So I'm
last.
going to make the encircle.
Okay, so John tells you guys to spread out around the worm.
And I'm going to go and poke at the mound with this bone. Poke,
Okay.
Poke.
It slaps and tries to get the bone from you.
It's an antlion type situation. All right, when it claps, do I have a chance to try and rope them mandibles?
Let's see. Yes, you do. And you're using use rope.
Yeah. Just lasso these
Where is
mandibles.
Oh, there it is. All the way at the bottom. Okay, John, you're tying it. You've got it. You got the mandibles held back now, and they're tied. But you can't tie it all the way. You need some help.
Okay, so let's have our stout men grab.
Okay.
You know, the mandibles.
Let me see if anyone gets.
Would this be like a grapple check or something?
Yeah,
Like-
everyone's coming in to grapple the worm. So the guys come in
Yeah. And
For grappling, I cast Earthen Grasp.
on.
It creates an
hand
arm
out
that
a
can
bone.
grapple. It's a spell that grapples.
Oh, that holds them for you.
It
Oh,
helps.
that's easy.
Quite a lot.
Okay, 25. And yeah, this hand comes out, grabs the worm. You tie it down easily. You got a
Close
good
his
roll.
jaws, tie him shut,
And you
and
can let him
just
loose.
over all of our collective shoulders.
No, he's too big for that. You're gonna have to
Alright,
roll,
we'll roll him.
You have to roll him on the bone. Yeah, not even 20 dudes could carry this. It's that fat.
We'll just have to roll this fat fucking
Yeah. So
thing.
you all right? Rolling the
roll
worm.
the worm, roll the worm, get him back down.
So now here's the problem. You can roll him down into the worm way. However, he's so big he may hit a cart and explode the cart, and whoever's there.
No. What we
You
can
wanna-
do is create a nice. We'll rope up a cart, pull it up, and then many stout men will roll it down. By the ropes.
That might be harder than simply moving everyone out of the way and rolling him down here.
Is he gonna splat?
He may
We don't-
continue rolling. It's kind of like a half pipe from Tony Hawk.
Once.
You may just sort of do this for a second.
Alright, let's do
Is
this.
this
Sounds
too steep
good.
for the yaks to get up?
It might be. You could do it, but it would take a lot of work to build a ramp.
Let's just get a shitload of dudes on it from down below to
build
come
a-
up and help us.
to build a ramp or to what?
Just to come up and just pure manpower.
With the guys you have, you can roll him to the edge and roll him down.
At the bottom,
Yeah,
I'm
but I
going
don't want
to-
him to go all the way down, so we'll just have guys
could-
swarming him, making sure he doesn't, go down all at once.
You could lower him with rope.
Yeah, you can lower him with rope.
Yeah.
Yes, and then just
We'll go between that
slowly-
and just having a shitload of people
Okay.
on all sides.
You should
I'm
have.
gonna clear the path ahead of him anyway, just in case.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, smart Dave. 25 for that.
so smart.
Because you guys set up your rope rig, it works. You get him about halfway down. One of the ropes splits. He turns sideways, slips out of the other ropes, flops down. There's nothing in the way because Dave said move everything out of the way.
Whoa.
Most of the ropes worked. One failed.
Alright, so we're down
So-
one communal rope.
Yeah, one. Yeah, I mean they'll
Actually, I can tie it.
they'll
They
reattach.
can
it.
rebind it.
Yeah. So you've got your
Get him in
water
a
worm.
wagon.
You can get him. You can get enough people to get him in a wagon. How the slits were doing this is they were
Holes in
they were
it.
poking a hole and like tapping him like a keg.
Right.
Does it basically look like a brain bug?
You know what? No,
Like a-
the body
like a
kind
grub,
of.
right?
It's more. It
Maggot?
doesn't have legs. It just sort of grubs.
Yeah, like a giant maggot.
Exactly. Yeah, it just sort of undulates its body and digs its way through the bone.
If I scrutinize his mandibles, has he been eating moss? What's this guy been eating?
Yeah, you can see that there is some moss on there.
We're gonna give him some moss mush. We're
Yes.
gonna be spoon feeding him.
So if you feed him
Those
moss,
mandibles are dangerous. You don't need those.
You don't-
more.
it's like tusks on an elephant. You know, the Indians would put
blunt
stoppers
them.
on them, right? So they couldn't gore you as bad. Okay, yeah. So you guys are now plus one water worm. The water worm will produce enough water to keep your civilization just from dying of thirst.
Yeah, we can acquire more if it becomes convenient.
So yeah.
For now, it's better than
If
nothing.
you had if you had say 3, you would have enough for all your people.
Okay.
If you kept them fed, you have to keep these guys fed more than the
They're
yaks.
delicious
I want
moss.
to touch it.
It's soft and gooey.
Is it afraid?
Damn it.
Ah,
Oh, I stole your
50.
thunder.
I'll give you 50 for that, and I'll give you 25. for it.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, but he
And
beat you
then
to- he beat
Alex
you to it.
ruined it, and now we can't have the bag of ham.
That's a deep cut.
I can't have a bag of ham.
Old references. That ham.
Oh,
All right.
Campaign 1.
Yeah, that was so far back. Okay. Yeah, you guys have your water worms, or
Well,
one
the
of them. Yeah, so that's going to be your day. You're several miles into the Wormway. You've avoided and scared off some of the local strange dragons. You're about another half day away from that mushroom, right, which is rising in the distance.
Am I gonna have to make another flight to make sure we're on the right path, or did I
No,
get this thoroughly mapped
you've
out?
got a pretty good set of directions that you're gonna take.
All right, so mostly the scouting, not
You're-
traps or anything. It's for how many dragon encampments are we gonna run.
Yeah, you're trying to dodge the lanes that are the most populated. And there's also places where the hordes of sliths sometimes cross or come through the wormway.
Right.
And you're dodging
gotta
those.
look for patterns to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you can see where that cloud is, and it moves very slowly, and you can sort of see for the next like 10 or 12 hours what its path is going to be.
It's tracking extremely aggressive weather patterns to see where they're going to drive these guys.
Exactly what you're doing, and you know what? Your scout brain is well attuned, ready for this. All right, so another night. John, are you going to work on that saddle?
Yes.
This time it's an X.
Oh, fuck! We'll turn it sideways. It's a plus.
There you go. So that's one fail. Day, anything you want to do in camp? The yak seem happy. Some of them starting to grow moss themselves, sitting down here for 2 days in all this humidity.
Yeah, yak can be self-sustaining.
They can lick each other for moss as long as it's moist. I don't know if that's good for their fur, though.
Oh, God, where am I going to take a bath? I can't waste our warm water.
That's true. Water's a little tighter.
Yeah, have Alex create water for a bath instead.
You can do. It would seem wasteful, though.
We got to do that in the nudity hut, otherwise people
People
are
will
going to
know and get mad.
People will know, and they'll want their water to be grub-free.
I've been missing a whole skill.
I'll just
Oh.
come out with my bath water.
Take your skill.
Hey guys, I found some
I got some water for you. It's a
Gamer Girl bath
Goblin.
water. It costs
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah.
Gamer Girl
Goblin.
bath water. I forgot all about that.
Goblin girl bath water.
Ooh, yes. That'll be good.
Awful.
All right, Alex. Anything you want to do?
How come James never?
I mean,
gave
yeah,
a girl bath
make
water?
him his water, but like if I don't know, does anyone have like food that's gone bad?
You're just
or
gonna no. Everything's
is anybody in desperate need of water? Like they didn't get enough?
no.
or,
There's
like,
there's enough
right.
for now. It's gonna.
Just
They've got
kinda
enough for a few
scrape it with a
days.
spoon.
I'm not having a problem. But if you get a few more worms,
Oh.
hey, what are you talking about?
You were to lift up James's fupa and like scrape the underside with a
God.
spoon, right? Like, what do you think that smell would be like? What color would it be? Like an off gray or?
Soft
The
yellow.
tastier
like
the chalupa,
waxy.
right?
What's the word for that?
Fucking
Thicker.
throw up.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Just a fine
Uh,
nacho.
I don't know, go check on the carpenter, the whittler, see if the thing is done.
Did you want him to build something else? He already built.
Become focus.
He built that for you.
Oh, he did? He
Yeah,
already-
yeah. It's decent. Yes, it works.
I'm still laughing at the name. It's stupid.
All right, so I'm gonna say you
can never
continue.
go-
All right, so
I'll
tonight
go preach and
you preach. You
and
don't get
heal.
any. Actually, no. You get one new person to join your religion, and these people have taken after your example, and they're walking around and also bringing water to people, trying to tie and help wounds. Though they're not very good at it, but they're doing their
It's
best.
a very general sort of example for now.
Yeah.
Well, when I hit like
I
maybe
took alchemy.
10 followers, I'd like to pick one who seems to
good.
be proficient somewhat in healing, and then like, all right, come here. You're gonna hang with me.
teach them.
You need
Yeah.
someone who's literate and not a total idiot with the healing.
Essentially.
And that's going to be your acolyte.
Essentially.
Yeah, give them a rank. You can build a monastic order if you want to draw up an organization. You're welcome to.
He's training disciples. I got to start taking my huntling with me on these scouting runs. He's ready.
You could.
I'm gonna die alone.
Hey, then me and Adrian have to take a
I thought
Tom.
Adrian was your disciple.
No, we also have a Tom. We're gonna take him out for ice cream, and go to the zoo.
You know what? If you go find one of these dragons to whisper to you, you might be convinced of such a thing. Oh,
Go to the zoo.
I completely forgot. There was another thing that was going to happen. All right, so in the evening, as you guys are getting ready to settle down for the night, you're all doing your maintenance. Synosius comes up to you. Do you ever wonder if what they believe is more real than what we believe?
To them it is.
I just don't know. And he pulls on his chin hairs. His dogs yip at him. He yips back at his dogs, right? And he looks over his shoulder, right? He seems disconcerted at something that's going on down there in the caravan.
Who's that?
I'm gonna smell him.
I'm going to go investigate.
Smells like dog.
I'm going to go investigate where he was looking.
Gotcha. Okay, over there you find Alcibiades,
Over there.
right? He is petting one of the dragons, right?
Mm.
He's got, it looks like 15 or 20 people are digging into the side of the bones. They're working away, and he sees you. Hey, chums, these dragons are quite the thing, aren't they? You just have to have the mind for it. And he slaps the dragon good, right? It looks like he's worked a deal with this dragon.
Is this Chad?
What?
His name is Alcibiades.
He's our Chad.
He's Alcibiades.
What's the dragon doing?
The dragon is
getting its ass
the
slapped.
dragon is directing the. It looks like 20 of your people,
Our
by the way,
people?
and a bunch of local insects, and it looks like a couple slits have come down too, and they're.
Better rustle the militia.
It looks like they're building something right into the side of the wall.
They build it.
And so he sees you. He sees you call the militia. Militia shows up. Day has her palanquin rolled over, and she's watching. She's not sure what to think. He makes a case. Well, you see, friends. If
Ear guards. I will not hear his poison.
Okay, well then I guess leave the room.
Damn it. No, I mean, Gary Gobbo will not hear his poison.
Well, yeah, but then you're gonna know what I'm gonna say right now.
Hey, who's talking?
No, I will watch your lips move.
Okay. Yes, alright, that's fine. Alright, well, you see, chaps, if we use these dragons, and we take the ones that we can use, right, and convince them of our way of thinking, our people won't need to eat, won't need to drink, can work, right, will be of good attitude, sound mind, and much more industrious than they would be if they were simply working for us.
This is blasphemy!
Look at the insects!
I cast Melf's magic arrow!
On who?
Whoever's talking to me.
Alcibiades?
He sounds like he's possessed, and I don't like it.
Okay, you have enough manpower and strength to scatter him and his dragon. He doesn't die, but you wound him significantly. And the crowd breaks up. You gonna scare the dragon off?
Get out of here! We don't like your kind here!
You scare the dragon off pretty easily.
Yeah, I got the militia coming up, right?
Yeah, with all of you can scare him off. No problem. His idea was to use the dragons to make unintelligent creatures work for you. Yes. As long as you control the dragon.
We work for ourselves.
What, did he look like he was controlling the fucking dragon?
It looks like he had made his will save.
This
And
was
he-
Andalosian nonsense, whatever it is.
Somehow convinced the dragon to just be chill and just work. It's like he worked out a deal with the dragon.
Andalosian
don't
heresy.
I don't like this deal.
It
What
looked-
was this
What did it
deal?
look like they were building?
They hadn't gotten very far. They were probably working for a couple hours.
They were just digging out a hole into the walls?
Yeah.
Alex, you gotta tell the Elemental she can't
Like
be
Dwarf
standing for this
Fortress
stuff,
style? They were just like
She's gotta be more
Dwarf
godly.
Fortress style.
DD up into the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He seemed to think that the dragon wants to build some sort of civilization that's better than ours. But the dragon doesn't know how to do it yet. But maybe if it works hard enough, it could figure it out.
Yeah, well, maybe. We got other places to be, other shards, real promised lands.
That's true.
We don't like this groupthink.
Yes.
This socialism.
This bad thing.
We must make you
And I got
an example.
Ilhamina's here on her trusty portable throne, right?
Yeah, she sees all of this.
Oh my, you can't be taking all this. Y'all make a big example. Oh, my people, my way is the line.
She says, I will think about it. It does seem strange. I don't like these dragons.
That's right, that's bad news.
Did he get away? The guy?
No, he's been wounded. He's taken off to a medical
No,
cart.
we're
And
making
the dragon got away?
The dragon flew off.
Hey, does everyone have blunt weapons?
Yes.
We're
they're
gonna
simple.
break this guy's legs. Make an example of him.
Oh, technically, yes.
Agree.
I'm gonna go to the
Now we'll
Ilhanina.
learn ya.
But I have no strong
let's
power.
no. Let's have the Raven eat his eyeballs.
I don't think he's gonna sit still for that.
We'll hold him down.
I'm going to the
I mean,
Ilhanina.
he sits still. Of course they're gonna
Okay.
sit still.
For the moment, let's just have him placed under arrest.
Yeah, so what happens is the Ilhanina and Benim boss say they're okay with the leg breaking, anything else is too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
We'll
crucifixion's
start
bad.
with the leg breaking.
The eyeballs? What about one eyeball?
No.
One leg and one eye.
How about
he doesn't
fingers?
eat his ears.
Here, the issue, what Benimba comes and says to you, the issue is you can't hurt this guy too much, or you're gonna scare everybody else.
His mouth
That's
is
the
the
problem.
source of his poison. Let us simply cover that.
So it's shut.
You already broke his legs, and that's
Whoa,
it.
we didn't actually do that yet, did
It's
we?
done. His legs are broken.
It's done.
Oh,
So Robbie
jeez.
just broke his legs.
No, he had someone do it for you. You can't break someone's legs.
Hey, I got a quarterstaff +1.
Yes, but what's your strength?
Clink.
6?
8.
Oh, no, I don't think you can do it.
Damn it.
No, I'm gonna go question this guy. Interrogate him.
He's
Don't let his
screaming because his
heresy-
legs are broken.
Shut up! Shut up!
Feel his
No,
broken
shut up.
legs.
He's in too much pain to talk.
This is like dealing
Wait.
with Carmi.
Alex,
God, shut up! Stop crying!
Alex can fix this.
God, yeah, please, Jesus.
Is this only so we can do it again?
God, the crying makes me so upset. I hate it.
That would probably veer you towards an evil direction.
Okay, alright.
You can fix his legs, but I say we just keep his mouth from speaking his poison.
I just want to talk to the guy.
Cut out his tongue?
A little extreme. Maybe a
Okay.
ball gag would do it.
Little
Pull out the
kinky.
fingernails. Fingernails.
See, you're going in that evil direction
God
again?
damn it, it's so easy though!
You are going to.
Alright, fine. You know what? I'll heal him.
Okay, you
But I don't like it.
Magic or regular, mundane. If you,
Both.
okay, sure. All right.
Set the bone
During
and
this cacophony, Mike, I am gonna sneak off a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Water-
you're gonna get
water
a bigger branch to break his legs, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna sneak away. Real
This
quick.
primeval civilization building and destroying discussion has been pretty hysterical. Okay, I have to give you all EXP for solving that, right? Because it could have gone many ways.
solving is a powerful word.
No, you solved it for now. You pulled off the
For
band-aid
reacting to
and
that.
then put on another band-aid. So
There was
everyone
an encounter.
everyone gets 100.
Kind of reminded me of that scene from Saul,
Break his legs.
where we negotiated into a leg breaking
Yeah.
instead of an eyeball eating.
It's pretty much.
So are we
Exactly what
gonna
happened.
re-educate
All right.
this guy?
Now, Adrian, he's healed. He can talk now. It's it's nighttime now.
Yeah. I want to interrogate this.
Okay,
guy.
you're gonna interrogate him. Dave, also, what were you gonna do?
I'm texting it to you.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. What's going on here, guy?
I'm just ambitious, man.
Where does he look like he's from?
You could. Okay, you haven't.
I was asking. Where are you from, guy?
He's Greek,
Hey, from guy.
right? Ancient Greek.
He tells me this.
Well, you figure it out as he talks to you. He's talking about Athens, Sparta. He
My Greece.
yes,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can I figure out what time period he's from?
the classical era.
Okay.
Athens and Sparta.
Okay.
He was a famous character.
What is he? What's he do?
He's Athenian. He was a statesman. He was a degenerate and a partier. He did all sorts of fun stuff that sadly you don't know off the top of your head. If you kept your laptop and had Wikipedia going,
Well, no internet.
you have no internet. Yeah.
Oh, that occurs to me. You have the cell phone, right?
I have one.
You need
of
to keep the
two,
electric
I think.
slugs. We can do calculations that would take these people years with your damn
Do we
calculator.
have slugs now?
Someone got slugs.
When
yeah.
it comes to building a city proper,
If you feed
I
him,
have a cell phone, not the laptop.
just make sure you don't barter that for something pointless, like you did with your laptop.
What do you mean? Well, I don't even remember what I got for
The
laptop.
Raven.
Exactly. It
Oh,
must have
what's
sucked.
Yeah, the Raven.
No, that was the Xbox.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't
that's
forget
the
you got a crazy raven, a crazy.
Yeah, wait,
multicolored
what
raven.
happened to your Xbox? Oh, your laptop.
I don't know.
You traded it to gnomes.
It was for like jerky or some shit.
Oh no, you had it turned into a magic item.
Yeah.
What's one of your magic items you
No, he
want?
traded it. They wanted to keep that. They didn't.
Maybe it was the
smoke
wand of curse.
Yes,
That's probably it. Yeah.
That is it. All right, that's a good trade.
So he was ancient Greece statesman. What? How come he wasn't being brainwashed?
He has very strong willpower.
Mm.
He's like you
Wow,
can't
sort
tell by
that
looking
out.
at him right now, but he's in rags and he just had his legs broken. But this
Right.
this guy almost knocked over a couple nations just with bullshit.
What? What's your plan, guy? What's your plan here?
He was the kind of guy who improvised
Check out the ad, my
constantly,
phone just
and he
said
moved from
that.
place to place, and he improvised really, really well, and managed to like cause all sorts of chaos, and then the locals would kick him out.
Well, what the hell's what are you
I don't know
planning
if I should
here?
be shocked or not.
He says, "Look,
It's
we can use
just
these dragons
funny.
because we can get more labor out of the crazy
Have you
things and the
shopped there
insects in the
before?
land."
Shh.
No, I have not.
We can't have two people talking
Sorry,
at once.
sorry.
It sounds like mud. Okay, that's what he that's what he was going to do. If you get more workers, there's more people in the civilization to do things, right? And maybe we don't do something now, but if we bring them with us and we find somewhere safe, then they can build and we'll have more power.
No, it's dragons though. I don't like those dragons.
We should
I like where your head's at.
We should
But this
cast.
is not the place. Very dangerous.
Oh, so you're talking to him? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
I
all
didn't want to
there
hear
now.
his poison speech, his original speech.
Okay.
But
Oh,
now
new
that he's
speech.
had his legs
Basically,
busted
just said
and
the
is
same
being reasonable,
Uh-huh.
Listen, man, I like where your head's at. This is very. Look around, man. There's fucking bones everywhere. The weather moves. It's no good.
So-
And who are we?
that's
Are we
true.
gonna feed all these goddamn workers we're picking up? We barely have enough water for ourselves, huh?
He says
The dragons provide sustenance when to their controlled creatures, as far as I
as
can
far
tell.
as he
got
knows,
the
yeah,
Dave.
but you don't know enough about them, because the dragons also, who knows what happens when they get bigger.
Yeah, man. You don't work with these dark powers, man. They'll end up working you. All right? Okay. I'm Gary Gobbo.
He had an idea about building plump helmet farms.
What? What the hell? Plump helmet?
You don't know what that means. You gotta level up, you big nub.
All I know is that Dave has been poisoned, his mind. So a good leg breaking will bring him back to our way.
He is.
And he's like, oh, the dragons, the dragons are cool now. Blah, 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 blah.
Look, I'm personally willing to let this guy go, but you know,
Robbie
keep
seems
a
to have
lid
outed
on it
me.
because Ilhamina.
I do love me some
is in charge here.
dragons.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The Ilhamina's in charge here. Okay.
Ilhanina,
You
excuse
follow?
me. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, he's done for the night. He's in
Sorry
charge-
about the legs thing.
Yeah, well, you know, he
They're only a little crooked.
Look, next time you have a great idea, just run it by us first.
if he talks about his background, you do know he's caused a ton of trouble in the past, right? And that he's
Troublemaker.
probably Synosius is here, and Synosius tells you most of this.
I'm even fine with that.
Synosius even interrupts him and says, and he tells you the real history of what happened. Alcibiades will tell you, yeah, and then they suddenly turned against me, the Athenians, and then I went and I was with the Spartans because the Spartans were better to me. Synosius butts in and he says, no. How it actually happened is this guy betrayed his people, and then he went to the enemies, right? And then he betrayed them, and then he went and worked for the Persians, and then he betrayed them, and he fucked everyone's wife everywhere he went. And this is Synosius telling you now. All right?
Look, we even have a use for you in our society. Just run things by us first.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Synosius says you're gonna regret this, and then he goes on his way with his dogs. I'm gonna move on to David. All right, Davide.
You have a name?
You it doesn't take a lot of effort for you to go down one of the side paths and find a Drakan tile. This one has a few slits. It has a few shells. Looks like it's got 20 or 30 people. It's got a horde of insects and curiously a bunch of mice in and amongst them as well. And they are building away. It looks like they're trying to make farms in the worm way and build little fields, and they're
Can I
mining
tell
away.
what they're cultivating, if anything?
They've been doing it for less than a day, right? So they're just shaping the land right now. This particular. Do you have a question there, John?
No, I'm going to propose something to Robbie in writing.
No problem.
Break his legs!
Let's see. Who do we have here?
Deal.
Oh, we have another fashion one.
Oh, I'm not sending it.
A fashion one.
This particular Drakan tile is covered in gold chains, right?
Nike swoosh on the shoulders.
This one is he Armani? I can't remember. He's one of these douchey brands. He's sitting there on looks like a nice big bone, and he's tapping the head of one of the shells, tapping it. He's got some plates and clothes stuck to his body, and he's kind of lumpened, and he looks proud as his minions work away underneath him. They built a crappy little hut that he's sitting on top of, right? And it's got the name of his brand there, and they're making minor improvements, and by improvements I mean stacking things.
How dangerous does he look? Just
Is
from
there
my understanding
is
of dragons.
appraise a skill that's used to determine the strength of the enemies?
Knowledge is more appropriate for that.
Yeah.
What
Depending on
knowledge
what-
do you have?
I have knowledge Drapan, but that's it.
I would say you also have draconic background. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for you.
It's knowledge arcana for dragons in the book.
Is that what
I
it
am
is?
Yeah.
a wizard, but I do not have that skill.
Okay, looking at this thing, you can tell it's stronger than you, right? Technically, in game speak, like CR, your CR, but you couldn't take it yourself. You'd have to have a party of your level to take him.
Easy.
Alright. I'm just gonna observe it first.
Okay. What are you guys planning?
Oh, you'll see.
What are you guys planning?
I'm running it by Adrian first.
Depending on what I see,
Christ.
I'm just probably gonna head back to camp so I don't get eaten.
Okay. Did you want to
sounds
talk
good
to
to you.
him? Oh, let me see if he spots you.
Alright. My height is +10.
I'm not part of whatever.
You've successfully stayed hidden from him.
Can you do that?
I'm not part of what's going on.
Sure.
That's fine.
I don't know.
I'm mad at you
Want me
anyway.
to do all that?
No, just the last part. I'll take care of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the last part.
Sure.
John.
All right.
John.
Here's the palm.
Wait, John, can I add one more thing? Come here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have the
No,
hat.
he has it.
No! Damn it. You get that hat, David.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to the dragon, but I'm gonna look like Robbie.
Hey, don't
Alright.
you have disguise?
The other guy had good
Don't
advice.
you have disguise?
Okay.
This guy's
The
self.
other guy sounds like a lunatic
damn
most
it.
of the time, but that seemed very cogent that this guy's trouble.
Okay.
Wait, don't you have the skill? You have the skill disguise?
Yes, you have the spell, right?
I have the spell. It gives me like plus 10 to
20.
the skill.
So-
10,
Okay.
10, 20.
So make me look like...
I can't. I can only do it to myself.
Okay, alright. No need.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for you guys and see what
I,
happens.
of course, will do the
Yes.
actual deed.
John,
Murdering the hospital guy
Wait,
in my
no.
name?
when you go to get him, he's not there.
Mm.
He sensed this was coming and is not here.
But his legs are broken.
Well, this makes the bluff a
No.
lot
You
easier.
healed him, right?
You healed
Yeah,
him,
this makes the bluff a lot easier.
What?
and you didn't tell the guards you healed him. So
Why did we heal him?
he healed he
Alex did, so he'd stop screaming.
he cloaked himself
At
up.
Adrian's behest.
And let me see. All right, okay.
Blame
a
your
couple of the guards come
co-conspirator.
to you and they saw someone wandering off like 10 minutes ago, going in that direction.
Well, this saves us the bluff of he wandered off.
He did wander
Now
off.
he wandered off.
Down the wormway about 10 minutes ago. If you want to try to track him.
I have tracking. I'll and I probably move faster than him. Yeah, I just want to keep ahead of him. Not ahead of him, but
You wanna catch
if he's
him?
setting something up, working a deal with a dragon, I want to know about it in advance so we can avoid it and he can't set up an ambush or some shit. I just want to observe him. But I'm probably a lot better at moving and doing things in the night than a statesman.
No, is it track a skill you have?
Survival
That's survival. Okay.
for tracks, yeah.
Okay. You spend a few hours following tracks. They terminate. Right, and it looks like they terminate in a place where there were people doing work, right? So the boneway or the wormway has been disturbed, and so looks like someone was digging over here. It looks like there was some shit on the floor. There's still some insects walking around, but his feet literally, his footprints kind of just disappeared.
I probably hitched a ride.
Could
Those
be.
things can fly, right?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, I probably hitched
You've seen
a
them
ride.
steal your people before.
Yeah.
In fact, hold on, let me see if anyone got stolen. Yeah, you have lost maybe 4 shells since you've been out, but you have captured the same number or more with your guys using their man
The
catchers.
sooner we get to this mushroom, the better. This is a very dangerous
However,
place to be.
the problem is you can lose guys and capture more guys, but you
They
have
might be different guys.
what? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna roll in between sessions, determine what kind of new people you get. I'll let you know if you have troublemakers or interesting people. But Roxanne has to Janie
Do
on
that,
them,
yeah.
and she
And
can't
that's
do
not
it
an instant
effectively without setting up her building.
Yeah, which is why we just need to get the hell out of this awful dimension as soon as possible, or at least to the mushroom.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move in that direction.
Yeah, more
in the
focused
morning.
on moving quickly. Yeah.
In the morning. Okay. Yeah. So in the morning.
I gotta go anyways. I'll hear ya, but
Okay. In the morning. Yeah. You wake up. It's a normal day. There's hordes of slits near the wormway today, right? And they're moving. And there's another horde over here on the far side, and it looks like they're gonna skirmish. They'll skirmish with each other, but they're kind of just shaking their fists at the moment.
okay. Oh, and I need to let the royalty know that hey, this guy got away. He's probably working with one of these dragons. He's trouble, and the militia should know that
Is it a kill on sight kind of situation?
Yes, specifically, don't listen to ear protection and stabbing. He's bad news.
Okay.
His other crazy friend will tell you.
So treat him like a slith.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, word goes out. Everyone knows about that. I'm going to give everyone 75 for dealing with that. Or did I already award you for that?
No.
I didn't? Okay.
We dealt with him once, and then in a slightly more permanent fashion.
Yeah.
Now he
Oh,
is
yeah.
kill on sight.
All right. So you start moving. It takes you maybe 4 or 5 hours, and you get to a point in the wormway where there is one of the pathways kind of turns to the left and descends, and then it has what looks like a vegetative grown roof, right? So there's thick tendrils that kind of glow, they pulse and glow, that are holding the roof up, and here in the base of it there's looks like a kind of crappy bone barricade with a couple doors and arrow slits and stuff, and it looks like a really bad ghetto fortification. You see a couple guys walking around with pails and some dudes carting looks like moss, and pails look like they have water in them, and they're big, they're chubby, plumping mushroom folk, and they're doing this. There's a couple by the gateway that are standing there holding misshapen spears and gnarled, like really bumpy looking shields.
Dave, peaceful negotiations?
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe, just by looking at them, that generally mushrooms aren't the sort of people to just stab you for no
They
reason.
have no good reason to eat us other than we are their primary food.
After we're dead.
When you're dead.
Yes. Which is much sooner if you stab us a little.
That's true.
Hold there, mushrooms. Natural one.
What do we want?
Oh wait, you're supposed to roll my
Trade
diplomacy.
stuff.
Yes.
Stuff.
I can keep the one.
No.
It doesn't matter for me. I gotta
Oh,
go grab
there,
my pigs.
mushroom.
Way to start a war
call
with
me a
mushroom
hoe?
civilization, Dave.
You gotta grab pigs? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
I gotta grab some pigs.
He's
I
gonna
gotta
grow one.
rustle some. Damn it!
It's just part of his life. Deal with it.
Fucking one cord.
It's okay,
We
dude.
just gotta invert it.
Yeah,
so it's
I'll
that
flip
wise
it around next time. That's
I
easy.
don't want that.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, thank you, John.
All right,
All right,
I
see you
will
later,
see
bro.
you guys, Lart. You want this open?
You can close it. All right.
Oh there, wanderer.
All right. So this is going to be fun. Dave, that one was replicated.
Ah!
You offend the mushrooms with your presence.
I called him
They-
porcini,
they
not
mu-
knowing it was a slur.
They might think that you're one of the dragons. It's hard to say because you've got all sorts of weird shit on your body too.
That's true.
They see you, they grab you, right,
Hey, no touching.
and they lumber you into their fortification.
Yeah, you take him.
And Dave's going in.
Yay.
Down
They-
with the tyrant.
They lock up their doors and they don't let the rest of you in.
Hey, I want to roll, or you roll me a knowledge nature.
Sure.
Plus 10. I want to know more about these mushroom people.
These are an evolved derivative of your myconid folk, right?
Ah,
you
yes.
you recognize them from one of these monster manuals.
Oh.
They have castes. There's young ones. There's workers. There's soldiers. There should be a leadership caste in there somewhere. It's all about spores. So the spores that they communicate. They can spore at you. You know they can what is it they do? They can if they shoot a cloud of spores at you, it's a fortitude save or something, and they can. I can't remember. They all have different effects. The different levels of them can do that. I can
Don't
show-
eat them.
You rolled well enough to know most of the details about them. Right, but these ones are slightly different from the ones in the book.
Yeah. They got plant-like abilities. Are they vulnerable to fire, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Well, they took Cindy. You there, PV2.
How many were there that we saw?
You
Two
saw
big
maybe
ones took
7
me,
or
right?
8. 2 of them that were large.
They're all gone now, right?
Yes.
And what were they doing on the floor?
There are people in here working. There's some came back with buckets full of water. Some came carting sheets of moss.
Well, this seems like the problem solved. So.
Can we go past this fortress and be on our way, or is it blocking us?
You can go around it.
Oh.
Yes.
You the happy. What say you about this issue?
Okay, I don't think we can hear him.
Oh yeah, Robbie, they're good crafters.
Oh, happy.
Yeah.
Robbie, they're good crafters. They're good farmers.
The hell is happening?
Kidnapped.
We're just gonna keep.
Cindy went missing, and don't worry about it. Let's just keep on.
Keep it pushing.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, they have all sorts of different types of spores.
Spores, you say? I don't like spores. Let's get out of here.
Oh, apparently they're good at making potions.
Potion? I don't like potions. Let's leave.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
They've got big honkin' mommy milkers.
What?
Mommy milkers.
Sweet mushroom milk? Sounds awful.
Yeah, this is horrible. Cream of mushroom. Oh, even worse.
I will lead the caravan around the fortress. But I would like to give Dave a farewell song on the way out.
Bye.
Yeah. You will be missed.
With every bullet so far.
Alright, let's see here. I'm at +1 to singing. 5.
Fascinating.
Not very
It's
Okay.
as bad as I thought.
All right. So Dave, we're gonna go to you. You get taken inside their wonderful magical mushroom kingdom.
Oh, this is so much better. Fuck you guys.
And then it's like the scene at Braveheart at the end where they put you on the rack.
Oh
Or
no.
they might have a wicker man for you.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. So yeah, they take you inside. It is as wonderful as you would expect. Very Morrowind. Everything is built out of fungus.
I'm gonna need some of that shaped bone armor.
Oh yeah. No, you can do. Some bone molds is what they call it.
Yeah, that shit was sweet.
Yeah, there are rivers. There are streams and rivers down here that they've built on, and they have dammed. They have glow-in-the-dark aphids. That you see a couple of the mushroom guys going and squeezing, and they squeeze some sort of juice out of them. They milk them.
Milk the glowing ape.
They have some primitive tools and mills. You see some guys working the fungus, right? They're using sharpened stones and bone. There is, in the center of town, a large, it looks like a theater. Some of the biggest mushroom folk are here, and they're leaning their mushroom caps together. It looks like they're thinking. Maybe they telepath at each other. There are clouds of spores. Every time someone new sees you, it sort of has an excited moment, and it poofs spores. Pretty soon you're sneezing and your eyes are watery as fuck. Oh, that hay fever, yo. In the center of town, near a little waterfall and some more of these structures, it looks like a very large man. He's missing one arm and one leg. He doesn't look like him. He's really pale. He's got red hair. He is encased in fungus, right? Where his limbs end, fungus is, right? And he's like encased in it. And he looks asleep. And some of the mushrooms go over and start bumping him with their mushroom caps. And he...
Oh, is it like a translator or something?
And he wakes up and he looks and he sees you. You know what? There was someone who spoke giant.
John.
All right,
me.
and he's not here now.
Man, and I might have a giant. Nope, you're on your own.
Let me see.
Wait, don't. Oh, well, I didn't prepare that spell.
And we're not even there, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh well.
Sounds like a day problem.
Spells?
Best of luck to you, friend.
Yep.
You gonna die or what?
Maybe.
Good for you.
I do not have communication spells.
Let me roll a couple. Okay, hold on.
No diplomacy?
All right, that makes sense. Do you speak Draconic? You do. Okay. Does everyone speak Draconic out of curiosity?
I do.
Yeah, I think that we made that our.
You guys all speak
secret
Draconic.
language.
Okay, so he tries a couple languages on you, none of which you know, and then he tries Draconic, and you speak the same language. Okay, yeah. So you dragon at each other.
Terrible.
Oh, are you one of the affected dragons? The strange new ones? You're wearing, it looks like, valuables?
I am new and very old.
Ooh, interesting. You speak, and you don't seem to cast the mania in your path.
Madness is anathema.
Ooh. You have friends?
No.
I did.
What is this they're telling me about a caravan outside? He names his civilization.
Is that how you say that word?
Anathema? Yeah.
Anathema, yes.
It's not anathema?
This city is called Amargosia, a hidden myconid town. As you talk with him, you find out that he explains the history. They've been here for a long time. The Slits have been here. The Slits are now acting up. Right, they're acting strangely. They're building things and they're moving in larger herds with more purpose than they had before.
They appear to be behaving the way they were when they were influenced by the dragons, or when they were being directed by Kesha.
Both. So when the dragons influencing things is new. There have always been dragons, and they would go for the fruit, and they would steal valuables. These new dragons seem to be stealing people. He tells you that, and you've noticed this yourself, right? And they've even taken some of these mushroom folk. So the mushroom folk were always like kind of secluded. They're extra secluded now,
Okay.
right? Because they're afraid of the Slits acting up, and they're afraid of these dragons coming in and stealing their shit, right? So he says, do you tell him about your situation?
Yes. I'll give a brief overview of like the civilization, its nomadic nature, my role in it.
and what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. This works for him.
It's a good thing.
Okay. He invites all of Drapan inside Amargosha. You're safe here. You have access to. You can feed your yak. There's caverns down here. It's huge.
Cool.
Right. So you can fit everybody down here. There's a few exit ways that they have guarded right from the slits. So there's food for your plants or for your animals. There's water aplenty down here. You're safe from the worms. So mostly you can survive. However, he says there's some things you could do for me.
Yeah. What do you need?
I used to be a smith. Back when he says
Back when I had both.
back when I had my limbs and when I lived in a he speaks a realm's name in Giant and it's Yarma Harnaharnder. It's just long. It takes him like 5 seconds to say it.
Jormungandr.
Yeah, something like Yarma Harnaharnder. And he used to be a famous smith there. However, in the Cataclysm, he lost his limbs.
Good smith and arm.
The Myconids, he's been here with the Myconids for a long time, and he's been helping them and directing them. He knows his limbs are somewhere nearby, right? And if you could get them for him, he also knows in this land where to find ore, right?
Yeah.
And he can you guys have been short on metal, and you have no carpentry tools. You have a limited weapon. Like some of the spears that have been broken and the spearheads that have been broken are now people are using stone weapons again. Some of your guards don't even have metal weapons now. So there is an offer of metal. He says they can also, using their fungus wood, craft you improved or replaced carts if you guys do some trading with them. So if you have stuff that you can trade the mushrooms, they have services and one that they can trade with you, and both parties will come out stronger. You don't have to get my limbs for me, but if you do, it would be helpful.
Yeah, give us directions, and I will take it back to my my civilization's leader for consideration. The royal we, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know you ditched me.
Just like
Release
in,
him.
Top Gear, when they're on their road trips in Top Gear and someone breaks down, like, oh, I'd love to help, but bye-bye.
Later.
They just drive off.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, it is classic. Okay, Dave is released.
Yeah, they let me out the front gate, and there's nobody there to pick me up.
No worse for wear.
Mom!
You guys, you probably didn't have enough time to get away. I don't think you left. Did you? You hung out?
Well, I mean, we gotta
go.
The caravan's slow, and we're winding around this town. I don't know how far we've gotten. I don't know.
Yeah, you're. You haven't gone in town. They haven't let you in. Dave comes back now to tell you.
Like, hey, they're gonna let us in.
No, me and Adrian did see him get kidnapped.
Yeah, you saw me kidnapped from the outside.
The question is, did you stop or did you keep going?
It's Cindy. He works for them now. Melf's magic arrow.
All right, Dave, roll.
HP for this. You're gonna spend a spell slot?
No. Fuck. What's your touch AC?
14.
All right. It misses. You get a turn to do something.
Diplomacy?
Don't shoot me, you motherfucker!
Breathe fire. Alright, well, diplomacy. Go
I
on.
got it.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Plus 10.
Robbie, I think you roll sense motive.
I don't. I got +2 from wisdom.
Okay, he convinces you that it's Dave and it's Cindy and he's your friend.
Cindy,
And
it's you.
I'll suck your dick, you motherfucker!
I almost killed you.
Yes! Please don't.
Let me see if I have any.
Yeah. Hit him again.
Let me see if I have any more acid arrows. No, I'm out. So I guess welcome back.
Thanks.
We're great friends.
Awesome. All right, you guys gonna welcome the caravan into town?
Huh?
All right, you go talk to Day. You tell her. You report back to her. She thinks this is a good idea to spend some time here while you get the lay of the land. The caravan lumbers in. So by the time you're in, it's nighttime outside. Your sun shard. They welcome the sun shard in. The locals are really excited about it. They ask that it be directed to help grow some of their crops.
We're not using it for anything else at the moment, right? We don't have crops here
He
yet.
can. What's his name? Tambek can cart it over, and for a few days, however long you're here, can use it to some of their.
Accelerate the mushroom.
Yeah, well, these things don't need sunlight, but they have some stuff that can use sunlight.
The moss.
They usually haven't been able to grow very well. Maybe some of their herbs for cooking. Who knows? I guess they don't eat anything. They just absorb nutrients through the floor.
They've got tongues for feet.
Yeah, well, they
Sort
want,
of.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, they want the sunshine for something. Who knows? And they don't talk. Their leader speaks.
Mm-hmm.
The largest ones can telepathically communicate, but they speak like plants would speak. Very simple ideas, right? Very straightforward stuff. They welcome you to lodgings. They give you water and what they consider food, which is sort of like a protein paste, familiar to some of you who were living in museums for hundreds of years.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's not too different from that.
The good stuff.
The good. Yeah, and then the trading begins. So the local Drapan people trade their various yak products, which the locals have use of, right? So sharpened bones are one thing, various yak, this and that, the furs, all of this stuff can be useful. They don't have carpets down here, right? So they're going to learn to stamp that fur. And a booming business is afoot. Some yaks are traded, some trumpeter birds are traded, some of the local water worms have been purchased by some families. So now your caravan has traded some of its yaks for, you now have 3 of these water worms in total, right? Which, as we discussed a while ago, is enough for your human population, all right, to keep them going. Yes, you're in town. What's his name? His name is Georg. He tells you a little bit more. He says that inside those moving weather fronts, there are undead creatures that are chained that will move to, and he tells you this, they will move towards your Palladia, right? And they'll try to destroy them, right? And that's something, he's not sure what the slits are doing, but they're fooling the creatures, the enchained inside there, with their artwork or whatever it is that they're kiting these the undead creatures around by holding these crappy artworks at them, and it seems to move them, right? So they can control their motion. In the past, they moved randomly.
And they're using them as like some sort of a power supply to drive.
They're using them to control agriculture. So in their wake, plants grow, right? And if they rotate them at a certain frequency, they can grow more crops. But they can also use them as weapons. So the slits, there's 3 clans. That each clan has like a really shitty forged city. I told you a little bit about this. If they kite their undead over the enemy's town, it'll do the bubble. The bubble that's closest to the undead is like a hurricane inside, right? It's extremely dangerous, right? So if they walk that over someone else's build, it's all fucking gone. Anyone's there is gonna get really hurt.
Are these undead related to the weather disturbances we've seen?
These are the guys that are inside the center of the storm.
Oh, okay.
These are the guys that seem to be creating or emanating the storm.
These are the powerful things that we found out about.
He says they're enchained. Right, he didn't describe anything more than that.
Can I coax more information or more description at least out of him?
Yes, he's seen them once in the past when they came close. They almost destroyed this civilization a couple times in the past when they wandered too close. Right, that's what we don't have any. He said he used to have 1 or 2 Palladia here that these things showed up and destroyed. And while they were here, they destroyed everything else. He got a good look at them because he's quite strong, so he could take it. They have blue skin. They look undead. They're covered in chains, right? That they carry and move with them, right? They're really tall and thin.
Okay.
Right. They're not as tall as a giant, but they're quite tall. You can translate what he's telling you into a high level challenge.
Are they undead?
They're undead. Yeah, they're a type of undead that are provoked by artistic works.
What are they called?
He calls them the Enchained.
Enchained. And they try to smash Palladia.
Yeah. They're extremely attracted to Palladia, and he's had an idea that he tells you about. He's thought about getting... Mushrooms can't do it. They're not mobile enough, right, to move quickly and navigate the land upstairs and fight the slits. He's thought about walking the Enchained off the shard, right, or walking them into the slits buildings. Right, if you could do it, if you could compete with them and then use them as a weapon, His people can't do that. But maybe you guys.
Well, let's see about getting you your arm and leg back first.
About that.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Where are they at?
There's one
They're in the
we
slip
just don't have
building?
time.
underneath, yeah.
Ah, good. Oh, good.
Wait, where are they?
The Slith have at least one of them.
They built something. Yeah, they have magical power. His limbs, like his whole thing.
Yeah.
His whole thing emanates some sort of strong magic, which maybe is why there's this beautiful little civilization down here. But the Sliths have been using them too. So that's where you can bet that's where the Sliths have built their shit.
But how strong are his hands?
He raises one very slowly.
It's not that strong.
It's pretty calloused. Okay, so that's what you learn about Amargosia. Let me see here.
So these guys have stuff for trade immediately? Like,
Yes, they have primitive stuff. You can get them to build you things, or you can talk to the leaders, and the leaders can anything you can craft out of fungus wood you can have, right? Or you have to trade for it, but they can do it for you. So they're already starting construction on several new carts. Those carts have been destroyed and damaged, so people are trading their money. A lot of business is happening right now.
and we would have to go help them find the ore, or do they have the ore already, or what's
So he said
what's
that
the deal with that?
he said he can. Because he's such a good smith from his hundreds of years in the deep past of being a smith, he can smell it, and he says he knows there are thick veins,
So thick.
and he
Veiny
can point out where they are,
floors.
and he can help you get them right, and then make use of it, right?
Oh, but my pointing arm is the one they took.
Yeah, exactly. He says it's a dangerous proposition with the Sliths the way they are, right? And of course, if he had his limbs, he could do something about it, right? But he doesn't have his limbs right now, right? But that's if you do get him his limbs back, he can do that. He's got a couple side quests he could do for you.
Cyclost.
And they don't have any kind of metal or ore,
They've got nice wood.
just nice wood, huh?
Oh, he does.
He can work, or if we can get him some, once we get him his
Do the
arm back.
mushrooms
Yeah.
work the wood here? Can they make
Yes,
stuff?
they're very crafty. Anything out of wood, they can craft
I'm
for
shoving a crossbow in his face.
Make
Make
a bunch of
this!
these.
you. They can make you a crafty. They need metal components to make a good crossbow.
Oh, that's right. Do
If
you
you
want
wanna-
a nice mace? Wooden mace?
They could build you an amazing mace
A cudgel,
Out
if
of
you
wood?
out of your symbol, right? To make a symbol for you.
Ooh, could they? Are they good enough to make you a masterwork sling? Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of a slingshot.
What about bullets? Wooden bullets.
Is
Pretty
that a thing?
lightweight.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
What,
Non-lethal.
like a dense, thick wooden bullet?
Any piece of wood is going to be less dense than a piece of metal.
It's better
Also,
than
this is
nothing.
spore wood, which is less dense than
I don't want to
most.
hear it. I don't want to hear it from you. You don't
trees.
have knowledge of nature. You're dumb.
Wait, so
But you
you're saying
have
they would
knowledge
carve
nature, and you
my-
should know
my
this.
focus
Rolling.
symbol into a cudgel?
They can make a weapon, design it around the idea of your focus symbol, right? And they could probably make you a +1. If you give them a piece of metal or a stone head, they can then make it around that.
What about a flail?
Yeah.
They could take your flail to pieces and use the metal and build you something different.
Oh.
Yeah, if they could do that.
What do you want?
Something that I could use that's one-handed. I need...
What kind of weapon?
Oh, God, what can I use? It's only simple.
A beat stick.
Is
Yeah,
that...
Do you want like a morning star?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so a morning star that's
Pretty
built
sure I could use that.
with
Well,
your symbol.
check your proficiencies first.
Yeah, Morningstar simple.
You also have that longsword if you want to. You guys can take the metal from the longsword and build a crossbow out of it.
Yeah, you can do that for Robbie.
I need.
You want to take that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Did you want a crossbow?
I do.
Okay, you
Yeah,
want
you
one
can
as well.
use the. How much
Metal?
sword metal can we get?
But what about like a heavy mace?
You know
It's like 3 or 4 pounds,
might-
right?
You make up your mind. You pick what you want. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. 3 or 4.
There may be other weapons in other books too.
Oh, that would be like Complete Warrior and stuff, huh?
Yeah. Oh, there's a shitload of weapons. What weapon are you looking for?
I'm just looking for other simple...
Not a lot more simple weapons. The simple weapon list is pretty short.
Yeah, because I can't use two-handed or exotic or martial.
Oh, how about we just. We'll give him the sword.
Wait,
Um,
this cookware, the pots and pans, what are these made out of?
Metal.
Oh, we don't need
But
this
you
shit, do
you
we?
may want to cook in the future.
Yeah, but no one can use the sword. So.
Yeah, the sword. There's a lot of metal in that
I
sword.
want 2 + 3 light crossbows, from the sword.
What do you mean by
Foot.
+3? You mean
Like-
you want them to magically enchant them for you?
I want them to be really good.
They'll spit some spores on them. Give them a nice grip.
All right. Master. We'll talk masterwork, maybe with like
Or spike
fire
gauntlets, any
damage
good?
or something.
Spike gauntlets?
The mushroom guy kind of nods sarcastically.
I know the idea, but is it...
Okay, and then with the rest
is it
of
like-
the metal, as many bolts as we can get.
You want
If
bolts?
you
You
have
got
two,
it.
you
All right,
can
easy.
use two,
Easy.
but you're at minuses for
All right, so
dual
they take the
wielding.
sword from you, and they're gonna want.
Um,
he does this thing with his hand.
You still have your shield on
Alright,
one
pay
and
him.
then still use...
Hey, man.
Oh, interesting.
What do they want?
The damage is
They
a
want
D4.
gold.
They want
Crits on
gold?
They
Oh, yeah.
want
times 2.
gold.
What do they do with
Piercing
gold?
damage.
They want it. They'll trade with it.
I'm just
Every
curious
now
if
and then
it's
people
worth
come here
having
and they
as
trade.
like a
Everyone
very
loves
backup
gold.
kind of weapon.
All you gotta
yeah.
know.
It's better than your hands, which are not
Here,
lethal.
how much gold are we talking?
He gestures what you got.
I think for now a heavy mace is my best bet.
Let's give him like 2 gold.
He'll take 10%.
10 gold. Right. Sounds good.
Takes your cold.
These fucking
I
mushrooms.
want 10% of everything you make for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think a heavy mace will do.
Okay. You know what? Building a crossbow might cost more than 10 gold. I'm not sure.
Well, let's see. How
Well,
much
it
does the
says
Well,
crossbow
it depends.
cost?
You look at the cost.
It's also a master.
What is it?
though.
It's, you
They're
look at
gonna
the
light-
cost of the crossbow.
Go
Like,
ahead
is
and
it a
make
light
it
weapon,
make
or
it
what is
100 gold. And
What?
You'll get your
Crossbow.
masterwork for sure. They can do that, and they'll get you all the crossbow bolts you
35
need,
gold.
right out of your sword.
35 for a light crossbow if you were just buying one in a store.
But masterwork makes it worth. That's what is it 100 on its own?
I think so, yeah.
All right,
think
let me.
So you're still getting a deal. Go fuck yourself.
Let me
No, we want to rob them.
You appraise for me, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let me appraise this pink moonstone I have. I'm at +5 to appraise.
Did you write a number next to it?
I did not.
Okay, you think it's worth 15?
15 gold?
Yeah.
All right, let me write that
Yeah,
down.
I want to trade in the my old light crossbow.
And also,
And that's worth 35?
Actually,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 35.
and
So we got 50 so
50?
far. Yeah.
the Orbeline. I also don't have a number.
Oh yeah, that's worth. Yeah, okay, that's worth about 75.
Oh. Well then, bam, we're done.
5. Okay, they wanted how much? 100.
They'll take that. They'll do that for the deal.
What the Orbeline?
Yeah, and the light crossbow.
Done.
Okay.
is it too late to change my order to a... What is it? A Morning Star?
You want a Morning Star instead?
Yeah.
Go for
Does
it.
the same damage.
And you want a masterwork?
If possible.
Yeah,
A
go.
Storming Mar.
They'll take
What
your.
did I say? I did... Okay.
Storming Mar is good. They'll take your flail,
Okay.
and they
it's
want.
a +1 already, but... Ooh.
Yeah. They need the metal.
Okay.
They're gonna take it. They're gonna break it down for your spikes. Right. They're gonna build your holy symbol into it. And how much? So how much gold do you have? Because you're gonna need about 150 to make everything you want.
Will it be +1?
It'll be +1, and it'll also count as your holy symbol.
Wow.
Do they accept trade?
Yes, they do.
What about a Wand of Cat's Grace?
They'll take it.
Hey.
It's gone. All right. It
No.
was
I'll
worth
give you
so
something
much
else.
more than that.
I want the one.
I wish to make a proposition.
Yeah, let me-
You want to pay
give
for the rest
to
of it?
How
the
much do you have
people.
left? How much do you need to pay for?
I think he said 150.
I wish to take.
I know
one
this
of
is
their
worth more than that,
baby
but that's all I
shrimp
got.
It is,
people
yeah.
As a
So
ward,
if you pay for it, you
to
can
see
have
the
it.
world.
Okay, I'll pay for it.
All right, Robbie's paying for it. I'm giving him the wand.
Now, that's an idea. Okay. You take your proposition to the Elder Council of the big cats.
Good trade.
Oh,
Good
The
trade.
umbrella
Yeah.
cats. All right. They shake their heads. They dust some spores.
I'm at +6 to diplomacy
All right. Let's see what they have to say.
and +10
It's
to
10
bluff, but
silver
it's
per
not a
gold,
bluff.
Dave? 10 silver per gold?
Okay.
Yes.
You sit. You hem and you haw. You mumble with them. They see the advantage
Yes.
in sending someone out into the world. And then they ask you, "But are you coming back?"
Well, maybe. Sure, he can come back.
Okay.
I won't stop him.
All right.
He or she. What are they? Are they even? do
They're
they even have genders?
they're agendered. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a bigot!
They look at each other and they
You
say,
just misgendered him twice.
"Bring out that one."
Huh?
You know the one I mean.
What?
So they bring out
The gimp?
You're sleeping.
they bring out a speckled white and black mushroom. It's the second smallest category. Let's see here.
Are you buying drugs? What the hell's hell's going on here?
Okay. You probably want this one. Yes. It's not the tiny one, because there's also tiny ones.
Really?
Right, there's ones that are like yay big that are running around. Right? They're all over the place.
That's
right. You got one that's about this big.
Okay, that works. He has some utility. He's
Pretty young.
Car me size.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, did you buy a mushroom slave?
No. They're apprenticing them to the spellcaster so he can see the world and bring back news of the outside world.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This particular white and black Myconid, you get the impression, is a troublemaker.
Wait, I'm so...
That's a good idea.
In their civilization. You don't know what that means.
Wait, what are you having him do?
Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Wait, did you buy him? You bought him?
I didn't buy anybody. I'm not a slaver. Jesus.
Hey, I have a request.
This is...
I want my good friend, Janeway, to be sent home. Back to, where was it? Jar Jar? Can we do that? You got mushroom magic? We're gonna get you home.
You know,
I don't want to go back to Georgia. I'd rather be in this bone pit hellhole being eaten by bird people than go back to Georgia.
Alright, let's talk about this mushroom
that
magic.
choice.
Alright, so like, what, 50 gold to send Adrian back where he came from?
They spray pacification spores at Robbie because he's scaring them.
Calm emotions.
Oh, it feels so good. That's it. I'm gonna come up with some spells. Some crazy spells. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh my
Spellcraft.
God.
Bam.
Such a monster.
Oh, 15?
What a monster. Okay, so you have this guy, Myconid,
What's your bonus?
average worker, small
At
plant,
26.
the middle one there. There are all sorts of stats. If you
Okay.
want to write them down and make use of them,
Sure.
you can.
I'll just take a picture
While
of
Robbie was tripping, he got a 26 on spellcraft to come up with something weird.
What does that mean?
It's to come up with like ideas for a spell to make one day.
Okay.
Any cool mushroom magic I might stumble upon.
Ooh, yeah. You know what?
I got
will-
int 19 now, so I'm almost a genius at this point.
Int 19.
Makes them edible?
Int 19 would make you a genius.
Oh yeah.
Certainly. What you can do is pass him that book after you're done with it, and you can look at there's all sorts of spore selection there, right? And you can have a look at the spores and get inspired.
Oh, okay.
This is no more. Okay.
They're also on the next page.
Yes.
They are on the next page.
Do they have any kind of healers or anything? Medics? Anything of the sort?
I don't know how they heal themselves. They probably just like
Root? Yeah,
and,
of course.
You know,
Of
veg
course they do.
Oh shit.
in location.
There's all sorts of shit here.
Yeah, so they invite you to all the local entertainment.
Are your Myconids? Do they follow all these?
The highest level ones, so the very highest level one is not there, or does not exist in this
The
civilization.
Myconid sovereign.
Yeah, that one's not there. You do have the second highest that work underneath your giant here.
Okay. See, he's an actual giant person.
He is a giant.
Okay, he's a giant.
What kind of
Race
giant?
Like the race
He-
giant.
Yeah. You'd have to give me. I don't remember. I wrote it down.
I got it.
And
Hold
they've
on.
like spored up. What is he like strapped to the wall with spores or something?
Yep. Yeah, he's like 60 or 80 feet tall. He's fucking huge.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But this cavern's also big, right? So above him. There's still plenty of room to the ceiling. And they've got hallways and terraces and mushroom stuff here and there and secret passageways and everything's windy. There's no straight anything in this whole place, right? Everything is windy. Yeah, they take you around. They show you what they consider entertaining. They have a whole bunch of sports. Yes, exactly. They play various like pseudo golf games with balls of spores that have been butted up, and they sort of hit the ball around. And they show you one of their great performances. It looks like, Adrian, you will have seen something similar to this. It looks like sumo.
Yeah,
So they get the biggest guys they can, and they sort of bump
Grapple
into each other a little
Try
bit.
to grapple.
Yeah, and it's they seem really proud, and they kind of nudge you, and you know,
Nudge them back.
yeah, like look at how strong they are, huh? And it's like
Right.
one of those. So yes,
Are there any sickly mushrooms? Myconids?
you can't tell. If you ask, they can take you to a ward where they keep the Myconids that are acting weird. Some of them do look a little pale, a little more phosphorescent.
I want to do heal checks on these things.
Do you have one of these working?
I'm not sure you know how to heal something
He's my
like
apprentice.
this. We'll find
He's
out.
my ward, brother.
Just a +10.
Okay, I'll say you didn't do any harm. You're not sure if you
You're
did
like
any
a
good.
35-year-old man who just showed up
spend
to
a
the
few hours
party
with
and
them.
said you
But
adopted
they
this little
you know
boy.
what? The gesture is more valuable.
Okay, where are the ones
one's
that
yours?
look like they're in the worst condition physically,
average
not
worker,
mentally?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want. I don't want any that are going berserk.
There's one that it looks like he's having. Or they're not really gendered, but there's one that's budding right now, right? And but the budding younger one has like gotten stuck. Right, so it's like a chunk that's falling off, but it's not quite falling off yet, and it's another mushroom guy on the mushroom guy. That's how they reproduce. Right? So if you want a midwife here, you could midwife.
Yeah, can I do that with the heal check, or should I use a spell?
Okay, so what you
like
so
in
what
check?
you-
Would this be more skill or spell?
What you do is you lean in, you kind of do this. You take a little knife, and then you pop this one off. Cesarean, if you will. Right?
Ah.
Problem solved.
Mushroom.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Everyone's happy. Good little baby mushroom.
Make a nice risotto.
And it very quickly scampers away, and it goes off to start its work somewhere.
Do you
Industrious little
Did
bastards.
you just
Yeah.
deliver a baby?
You sure did.
A mushroom.
And it went to work same day.
I'll give you 50 points for going out and helping.
Capitalism.
Hey, I want plant slaves too.
Yeah, what? How much experience do I get from my plants? I mean, ward.
I'll give you 25 for the idea. We'll see what you do with it.
How did you get one?
He asked.
Hey!
I want slaves.
I need a.
They
Now you just look shady.
they only had one reject mushroom guy.
Oh, is that why? God damn. Hey, I'm gonna go bother your. What's his name?
Have you named him?
What's his
Oh
name?
yeah, what's his name?
He didn't have a name.
Well,
You name him.
They don't have names in this
You name
civilization.
him.
Ah,
Yeah, you
Name
can
him Carmi.
no, that's terrible.
Please.
Ask,
So good.
ask him to get you Sailor Jerry.
So good.
He's to fetch you whiskey. And you do have whiskey in game now. Remember?
Yes.
Use it wisely.
I'm gonna call him Fungo.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, Fungo.
Good name.
Come here for a second.
You said he counts as the average worker, right?
Yes, not the smallest, the second smallest.
Okay.
So he's challenge rating 1,
Yep.
but he's really fragile.
Does he have clothes?
No, they just walk. They just,
This is what they
it's a
look
plant. They just
just
walk.
hang
around.
He's got
Dog all
a
the
little
time.
satchel. He's got a little satchel.
Oh yeah, they can carry tools to go gather
Whoa.
things. They,
Alright,
they
now
have
this guy's got
Now I'm
3
gonna
arms.
try the ones that are mentally
What?
crazy. I'm gonna try to spell heal though, like cure
What?
moderate.
What?
See if that does anything.
Hey, how many arms does mine have? This one has 3 arms in the picture.
yours has got 2, but one's a little higher than the other.
Oh, alright, okay,
He's
okay.
gimpy.
Sweet.
They give you a
One leg is a little longer than the other, but he's got a good gait. He can move pretty quick.
What craft skill does he have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Craft dirt.
It says
No,
he's
you
a profession farmer
Ooh.
by default, but the craft is anyone. It says plus
Yeah,
5.
he can craft wood.
Craft wood.
Yes.
Wait,
So
can we-
woodwork carpentry.
Okay.
All right, sure.
That's useful. Are there any more questions?
Yeah. Is there anything else that the giant in the wall wanted to communicate to us, other than we know the location of one of his limbs, right? And
Yes.
the other one is mysterious.
Yeah. He
Um,
thinks the those weird dragons might have the other one.
Okay. And oh, did I get any XP for talking to these guys?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you an extra 100
Woo!
for you did all the diplomacy.
Hey. Plus 10 knowledge nature. What kind of giant is he?
I have to get the book out and have a look.
Hill giant?
He's not a hill giant. He's bigger than that. He's
Oh.
he's one of the more noble ones. I forget. He may be a storm giant. I have to look at his stats.
Oh, the storm ones are pretty noble.
Yeah.
Hey, giant.
Georg,
We're gonna find your limbs.
thank you so
But-
much.
I want
Half.
plant people assistance.
He doesn't own the plant people. They just kind of work together. He's not the dictator or anything.
They grow on him.
I want the tiny ones.
You want a tiny one? Okay. He tells you, he tells you they like stories.
You're an old
Came to
man.
the
You're
right
full
guy.
of stories.
Came to the right
Alright,
guy.
I'm gonna go set up a little story time corner. And
Set up some bleachers.
let me,
They do have theaters, built into their
Oh my
fungus
god,
city.
perfect.
All right.
Give this man a soapbox.
Plus 11. I'm going to talk about knowledge nature. I bet these bitches love that.
Dude, tell stories about nature.
And I'm gonna tell them about my knowledge in the form of a story.
The more boring, the better.
16.
Ooh, okay. You start talking, and wearing an onion on the belt was a style at the time. Yeah, so you start...
I'm assuming it's a charisma check now to see how well I tell the story.
Yeah.
So that's just plus 1, unfortunately.
That's fine. Oh, yeah, you do okay. You do get an audience. Mushrooms slowly start coming and listening and nodding their heads. And when you get to an exciting moment in the story, a couple poofs of spores pop up.
Oh, please!
This is
too excited.
This is like this is obscene and like Mr. Rogers charming all at once. I don't know what to say. All right.
Alright, when I finish the story,
getting
I'm
excited.
gonna pull out one of my sacks and ask. I get paid in tips, so that'd be appreciated. But my tips are
Mushroom
small
tips.
children's. Please.
All right.
Please.
About maybe 20 or 30 get in the bag. You've got a whole sack full of little mushroom children.
Should I? How many? I need a number here. What do we got?
Let's find out.
Wow.
35.
Lord.
35.
35 mushroom children.
Junior mushrooms.
They're the smallest kind.
Yeah, the juniors. That's what I wanted.
All right, you. No one's seen you do. None of the bigger ones have seen you do this.
Hey, we need to get to work, children. I'm
I
gonna.
need you to go get me some cherries.
Is this like Santa's evil workshop?
All right, I'm gonna put Carmel in charge of the group.
You're gonna kill Adrian here.
The one that's the tallest and the blackest. And I'm gonna start making traps with them because I got trap making.
Okay.
All right.
Making traps out of them?
No. With the wood, we're gonna make wooden. What should we make? Punji sticks.
Shit.
Let's make punji sticks.
No, kill Adrian. All right. They will do it. They will work, and they will take direction. However, they will get distracted and wander off because they live on spore communication. But if you continue telling them stories, they will stay focused and on the job.
All right, let's do it.
Just the shenanigans, man. Just the shenanigans. It's abducted 35 mushroom children. All right.
Definitely not going to be a diplomatic problem later.
You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Plus 11 trap making. Oh no, sorry, plus 10.
So, okay, you've got enough punji sticks that have been poisoned with some sort of fungus poison. You have enough to fill 4 squares. All right, that's how I'll chart them for you.
Can I get a witness?
Go for it. What are you rolling?
An HP.
Oh, congratulations.
Sticks.
3!
Well, you can't argue too much with that. All right, I'm gonna give you guys ending EXP. Everyone another 100 points. Congratulations, you survived.
Woo!
Despite all the things you did.
Kidnapping children experience, please.
Didn't I already give you that?
No, you didn't.
I'll give you an extra. You know what? This is such an interesting idea. I'll give you a whole 75.
Wow.
Did I cure that mental one?
I didn't get around to that.
100?
I'll say.
Ending 100, yeah.
I say you cast 3 spells, and it looks like 1 is okay, and gets up and just wanders off and is going back to work. The others are still crazy, like walking into walls and
2
walking in
slams.
circles. And,
That
so
means
one of
that's
the
his
spells
full
worked.
attack is 2
Did anyone
slams.
notice? Like, was there?
Oh yeah, they noticed.
Like a
Plus 2
head
yeah.
doctor, warden, whatever.
No, and they,
like,
and they
means
appreciate
that- I
it.
think that's
They'll
his
give you
full
the
attack.
best
Yeah.
fungus room
Okay.
tonight. It's filled with the most spores.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
For them, it's good. For you, it's sneezy. Oh, and if you don't sleep in it, you might offend them.
I'm gonna go
There, okay, yeah, fair enough.
cotton up the nose or something. I don't know.
Smart move. I'll give you an extra 25 for healing and helping everyone out. All right, guys. So that's the end of the session. We'll call it here. Is there any